Good morning, Southeast Iowa. Welcome to Morning Breath. It is Monday. It's a happy Monday. It's still kind of dark out.
It is. And chilly. It's 40 degrees.
It's chilly. No long sleeve or coat for me yet.
No, I know. But yeah.
But Uber producer Nick is still in shorts.
And a sweatshirt.
So I've done that. Sweatshirt on top, shorts on the bottom.
I did that yesterday for a while.
You can pull that off. That's okay.
That's like my favorite weather.
This weather?
Shorts and a sweatshirt. Oh, ahoy, Jeff. We're going to get there. He says, woo pig suey. We'll get there.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
We're going to get there.
That's a fact. So happy Monday and ahoy, everyone.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
We have Uber producer Nick.
Ahoy.
We have boss man Matt.
Ahoy.
And we have, of course, myself is here. I am here.
You are here.
I'm sitting right here.
Yes, you are. You're on camera and everything.
We had a golf tournament last Friday, and there was particular holes that I convinced my group to during this tee off
to do the ahoy.
As soon as that ball was struck, ahoy as loud as we could.
How'd that go?
That went well, and it was well received.
Well.
Yeah, it could be heard throughout the course, I'm certain. So there was lots of ahoys going on, and John the Voice was there,
Yep.
and so hopefully he was spreading the ahoys.
I saw John Friday night at the Uncle Neff's, and he was ahoying. He said
he was ahoyed.
He said he was ahoyed. He was a little ahoyed.
He had too many ahoys, didn't he?
Too many ahoys. He said he ahoyed the hell out of the golf ball. So
that's a good thing.
it is a good thing.
That was a good day. The weather was great. I forget how many teams we had. A hole in one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not your group had a hole in one?
Not my group.
Just somebody had
had a hole in one, which is fine.
That's awesome.
Yep. And I mean, just really, there was several in costume, but really a good time.
Good. Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it was great. So before we get too far, the Southeast Iowa Video Network, we're sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew this morning, we're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Had a kid, Willie. Thank you.
Had a kid.
Had a
Oh,
kid.
ahoy, Willie. We got a lot of ahoys this morning. Cindy, Denise, Paula, Jeff, Tiffany, Julie.
Look at the ahoys.
They're all ahoying in.
And just continue that. It's just fun.
It is. We got spread the movement.
Yep. It's time.
It's time.
It's time to bring it back.
It is.
To
Xander.
make Xander's wishes come true.
Xander wanted it. 100 and some years later, we'll finally deliver.
Yeah. Before we get to some of the obvious things, we got another hurricane to worry about.
Yeah, that thing picked up speed over the weekend.
Yeah, I don't ever remember. I mean, maybe this thing jumped across Mexico. I have no idea where it just like popped up in the Gulf, and now it's heading towards Florida.
Yeah.
And they could use another hurricane right now.
Right.
Not really.
Sounds like it's just a tad south of where the last one was, but still in the general area where the last one
heading
hit.
to Tampa, isn't
Yeah.
it? And so some of that hurricaneness will get up to where the last one hit, and they certainly don't need anything.
No, I agree with you though. That thing just all of a sudden they just started talking about it like on Saturday, and it's like there's a hurricane. It's like, where did that come from? Usually, I mean, I know this is in the Gulf, but usually they track those things clear across the ocean and figure it out.
Yeah, this one just seemed weird to me. I don't know where it came from,
Yeah.
but it just appeared
in
the Gulf,
and
now it's heading towards us,
and it's strengthening.
So let's, everything I saw over the weekend was everybody's preparing as best you can for that, and hopefully we don't have minimal loss of life, and the property damage is going to be. It just is.
Yeah,
what
it just is what it is.
Just in a bad spot for that. So we will be thinking about the middle Florida, western Florida, Gulf Coast Florida on Wednesday when that hits.
Yes.
They say a Category 4,
Yeah,
which is bad enough.
yeah,
It's not a 5, not a 3, but it's 4. Worse than a 3,
That's
not
good.
as bad as a 5.
That's good math there, Tim. It's Monday. You pulled that right out of your head, right?
That's pretty good, wasn't it? All right. Anybody else talking?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of. Is there anyone from our area taking donations of goods for hurricane victims? That's a good question, Cindy, and I don't know the answer to that.
I thought
And
I thought I saw something, read something. I'll try and find that I thought there was something.
Jimmy says ahoy, and he's ahoy at Hy-Vee when he goes to get his donuts this morning.
That's what I wanted to hear right
Yep,
there.
exactly.
Jimmy. I want to hear stories of people ahoying
Ahoying.
in unconventional places. Places that haven't ahoyed don't know what ahoy is yet.
Yeah.
And it will grow strength like the hurricanes that we have come to know.
Yes.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Growing strength.
The wave.
The wave is beginning. All right, so we had some football.
Had a little football.
So Iowa lost. And then we went on to Iowa State won.
Iowa State won.
That was a good win for them.
I watched some of it, and it was relatively close. And I think Iowa State had a ton of injuries, and then they just pulled away at the end.
Well, I have no idea. I wasn't watching it. I wasn't listening to it. I knew they were down early against Baylor, and didn't seem to phase them.
Nope.
And came back.
I think they won by
get
like
worried.
40-23 or something like that.
Yeah, they just outscored the hell out of
Yeah.
Baylor in the second half.
Yep.
So Iowa State appears to be the real deal, and they have gone from 15th to, I think the coaches poll now has them at 13th, and
13th.
maybe an AP has got them at 11th.
Yeah, they're moving right. They're 5-0, first time since like 1980.
Yeah. So they got something going on there. They got a pretty good coach, and apparently good players.
Yeah.
And they're not getting the respect yet. The Big 12 is not getting the respect yet that the SEC and the Big 10 get. But
Yeah,
I think they've got a goal.
they could win the Big 12. And if they win the Big 12, they're in the playoffs.
I saw a thing that I was watching some college, some college pregame show, and if the playoffs were today, well, this was before this week's game, Iowa State would be a 4 seed
Yeah,
in
wow.
that.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So we have Iowa State.
Yeah,
I was most impressed with Arkansas
yeah.
beating number 4 Tennessee.
They were. I wrote this down because it was impressive. Tennessee was a 14.5 point favorite, and Arkansas won.
Yeah, Arkansas they're a good ball club.
They are. They've been close on some games, and they've
They've lost 2 games, but they've lost 2 games to good
Yeah.
competition. Not that Tennessee isn't, but maybe Tennessee overlooked, and maybe people should not overlook.
Well, Tennessee
was ranked 4th.
fourth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder because Arkansas, they're not getting the love yet either. They're still not in the top 20.
Well, and I think if I remember correctly, they played Oklahoma State early, and Jeff will correct me. And Oklahoma State at the time was ranked, but Oklahoma State's been beat a few times now, so that doesn't look
that
as
doesn't
good
help.
as it did at the time. But
They're good.
they're good.
So how do you say that?
Woo Suey Pig or something like that. Go back up, Nick. They have their catchphrase.
You got a thing when you're in Arkansas.
Yeah.
We're just looking here.
Yeah.
Look at the Hoys. There it is.
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig Suey.
Although you have to say it with some enthusiasm that I just don't possess.
You got to
but
use a little falsetto.
you got to do something. So
I bet we don't. I bet it's not said that fast either.
Woo Pig
There you go.
Suey.
There you go. Let's not start that up.
I know
we can use that down there when Arkansas wins.
Let's just go with Ahoy.
Let's wait till when Arkansas wins, we can do that.
Right.
The day of,
The day of.
and then
Then
wait till the
that's
next
it. Then we
win.
just
Then
put
wait till
that
the
to
next
bed.
win because we're not that good at that. Yet.
No, we don't have the we just don't have the heart for it, Tim. We're just not there in the thick of it.
We're not. Let's see what else happened. There was lots of upsets.
The Arkansas one was big, but freaking Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and they were a 22.5 point. Alabama's 22.5 point favorite and got beat by Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I and a lot of other people started watching that game because that was something.
I couldn't watch that one either. I was tied up, but
They ripped down the goalpost,
Yes.
as they should have, is at Vanderbilt, which is Nashville. Ripped down the
yeah,
goalpost.
because everybody knows Vanderbilt is in Nashville.
Right.
You didn't know that probably until you watched the news.
Right.
Not you. You might have
Right.
known.
But ripped down the goalpost, took him out of the stadium,
3 miles.
took him through Broadway, which is the big place to
It's
go,
right downtown.
and then took him to the river. They told and threw the goalpost in whatever river it is. I
Go
don't
take a swim.
know. But you're right. 3 miles. They
3
carried that
miles
thing.
they carried that thing. That's a party.
That is a party.
That didn't happen in just 12 minutes.
No.
Hour walk.
Yeah. Well,
It was probably longer.
probably longer. They had to stop for beer a couple times, probably. So
You got to stay hydrated when you're carrying goalposts. It's important.
yeah, but yeah, that was a big
Huge.
upset.
They hadn't. Was it? They've never won.
Over a number one team.
Something 40 years or something that something has this happened. I don't have this stuff. It's not coming to my head like normal.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Alabama hasn't lost to something. But something happened and it's been 40 years.
Well, I'm thinking Vanderbilt maybe has never
Or
beaten,
maybe it's 0-40. Vandy's never beaten.
maybe even a ranked team, but for sure a number one team.
I think it might be. That's what it is. Alabama. 40 tries. They've never beaten them until this weekend.
Yeah, that was a big. That was fun.
Yeah, that's why we watch.
That's why we watch. It's not why we watch Iowa, but it's
I've already talked about that. We're done.
so no. I got to talk about it.
Okay. All right.
From 2008 to 2021, Iowa versus top 10 teams. Iowa was 8-8, with only one of those losses by more than 10 points. Against the last 8 ranked opponents, Iowa is 0-8 with an average score of 34-9.
Yep.
And, I wrestled. A couple things popped into my head. Kirk Ferentz is the common thread here. We've changed offensive coordinators. We've changed quarterbacks. We've done all this stuff, right? And Kirk Ferentz. So I was very much in the let's get rid of Ferentz camp on Saturday. And I kind of get on and off that bus, right? Mm-hmm. But I also am aware that, we've won 10 games, even if it's not fun to watch. And you just never know what you're going to get with the next guy, right? So I don't know where I stand on that for sure. But Iowa was a 17.5 point underdog and was never competitive.
Nope.
And they haven't been competitive. And
We competitive the first half.
yeah, true. I'll give you that. But at the end of the game, and I keep going back and forth, I can get
We
fired
got our
up.
doors blown off the third quarter.
I was all fired up about Vanderbilt and Alabama. That was a game. And we were never going to beat Ohio State. Whatever, that's fine. But make it a game. Make it exciting. Make me get off the damn couch in the fourth quarter and get a little hyped up about it.
Yeah, you can't have the turnovers.
No.
It just kills the team. It just kills you.
3 turnovers in a row.
Just kills you.
Yeah.
And there's the game.
Yep.
I mean, it's that simple. Whatever's going on in Iowa, it snowballs. If one thing goes wrong, everything friggin' goes wrong. And you cannot recover against a half-assed good team, let alone a number 3 team.
Yep. Yeah.
You
yeah.
just can't.
And Iowa's never been built to play from behind.
Ever. We can't. If it's more than 3rd and 5, we're screwed.
Yeah, pretty
We might
much.
as well punt on 3rd down.
Pretty much.
Really.
Yeah.
We don't get it in 1 and 2.
Except for our punter is right now hit or miss too. So
Is he?
well,
I thought he was doing pretty good.
He's had some really good ones. He also had a 22-yarder on.
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
He's going to have that.
Yeah, I don't know. The problem is that look, I've screamed at the TV. I've jumped on, not this year, but in the past, jumped on the floor. I paced the floor. I've done all of it, right? And this year, I'm just like, whatever. It's the apathy, and it's the same with the men's basketball team.
Yeah. It's boiling down to the expectations are being lowered,
Yeah.
and pretty soon, I don't know. There's still going to be people going to the games.
Oh yeah.
But we got our work cut out for us this coming week with Washington,
Who just
coming to town.
Who just whooped up on Michigan.
Yeah, they look really good against Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan is really not very good.
Minnesota beat USC.
Yeah, that surprised the hell out of me.
So there's your NIL, right? You got Lincoln Riley. USC stole him from Oklahoma, bought him houses and paid him millions of dollars, and he was going to come in and be the savior. And they just got beat by Minnesota.
Yeah. And Minnesota, they weren't that good a couple weeks ago.
Nope.
So who knows? There's a lot of parity right now, but there's not that much parity where Vanderbilt beats Alabama. That's
just it. They keep talking about NIL and all these teams. Ohio State has a $20 million payroll. I'm assuming Alabama does too. And, the gap is going to widen between the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, it is.
But Vanderbilt did it. Arkansas did it. It can still be done.
You bet.
It can still be done.
It's all up here.
You got to believe, and I'm not sure that.
There we go.
Not sure that the coaches. I don't know.
We don't sit in that room.
No, I know, and I certainly couldn't do any better. But
Kurt Ferentz has a lot of control over that team. He's the head coach, and there are things we do sometimes that surprise me, and then there are things we do that sometimes think, well, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And look, the coaches that play us,
they know.
They said, listen, we know what Iowa is, and they're good. They're good at what they do. But man, they were just teeing off on us defensively.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't every team just put 10 people in the box and say,
beat me? Just go ahead, throw it.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit rough. And I suppose that the score we got was probably against their second or third.
Yeah, oh, for sure it was. Yeah, and it was in the 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter or something after it was already 35-0.
Yep. All right, we're taking a break. We'll be right back. Hey, Nick?
Go for it.
All right.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Morning Breath.
Morning Breath.
Ahoy. So the coaches poll, week 7, Texas is number 1. I think they do they have a bye?
They
must have, because I don't remember seeing a score on them. Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3, Georgia number 4.
Ohio State and Oregon play this week.
That should be a fun game.
Yeah.
Big Ten versus Big Ten. Penn State's number 5. Miami, Alabama drops to 7. Ole Miss, Tennessee, LSU comes in at number 10. Iowa State 13th. Missouri, who got beat.
Missouri got trucked by Texas A&M.
I mean, big time. Embarrassed. They dropped to 18. Indiana is quietly undefeated.
They're 6-0. They're already bowl eligible.
Undefeated, coming in above Michigan at number 20. Michigan's, with their loss, dropped to 21. Defending national champ.
Yeah.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. Illinois is playing well. They're
Yeah.
at 23. And let's see, dropped out USC, Louisville, and UNLV. Unbelievably receiving votes. Unbelievably. I mean, USC, Nebraska is pretty good.
Yep.
But you're not going to believe this. Iowa received 2 votes
Oh, wow.
to get into the top 20.
The vote didn't come from me.
They're in the top 40, in essence. All right, enough football.
Enough football.
What else we got?
So a little follow-up is in August. I couldn't remember when it was, but it was in August. Do you all remember the Pleasant Hill water buffalo, Des Moines area water buffalo?
Yeah.
The
They
owner
tried to shoot him.
The owner was going to slaughter him, and the water buffalo said no, and he jumped the fence and
But
got
I don't wanna
loose.
go die,
Yeah, jumped the fence, and the cops shot him in a bank parking lot, and he still ran away. Anyway, he was on the run for 5 days.
Because he just got shot with 22s, which just
Right.
bounced off. of him.
Exactly. Well, they said he got an infection. Yeah. So anyway, the owner pled guilty on Thursday and has been fined. The owner of the water buffalo, lovingly nicknamed Phil, by Pleasant Hill residents, pleaded guilty for having an animal at large and was fined $105 plus support costs.
See, that's a bunch of crap. Just because the animal got out, why did he get fined? Just let him put it back in.
Well, he didn't.
He would have. Well, I don't recall.
Yeah, he didn't. He
That
never
buffalo
did.
would have rather went back in than get shot by the cops.
Yeah. Well, he ended up in a quarry pond or something, and they found him. They tracked him with Jones. Anyway, he's at hold on, lost my place. He did not corral the water buffalo and roamed around Des Moines Metro for 5 days after it was shot by Pleasant Hill police.
It's really hard to corral
On
a
August
buffalo.
28th, he was tranquilized by law enforcement with help of Polk County Conservation, the Blank Park Zoo, and Animal Rescue League. After being tranquilized, the water buffalo was transported to a large animal hospital at Iowa State, where he's treated for a shotgun wound that was severely infected. Anyway, he's made a speedy recovery,
Those things are tougher than hell.
and he's at the Iowa Farm Sanctuary, and he's doing just fine.
I'll bet so.
Doing just fine.
I think one of the most difficult things, it's hard enough to herd a cow. I mean, we're talking about a bovine species here. It's hard enough to corral them on a farm, let alone in the streets of Des Moines.
Right, exactly.
So this guy's trying, but if he's trying by himself, you're never going to get it.
No.
Because it's not like you can put a leash on that thing and say, come on,
yeah,
Bessie.
come on back, right?
Come on back. Let's come home.
And it did not want to be caught.
It does not. They want they're roamers.
All right.
They just want to go with their head down, looking for grass.
I don't usually think they're metro roamers.
They're not metro, but they're way out of their realm. So
Yeah. Well, one wrong step into the road and a truck hitting them would take care of that too, and
That's
the
a
truck,
fact.
both of them.
yeah, that's a fact. Speaking of truck, you said there's kind of you want to break the full. It's not. We don't know.
So we don't know, and this was posted by the Washington Police Department, and apparently yesterday afternoon. The only thing I can gather is that they were at a stoplight because we know about the area where they were. But one vehicle backed into another vehicle. Don't know why. The vehicle behind got stuck on their bumper, and the first vehicle started taking off, dragging the other vehicle with them. And
This is
then,
a monster truck.
yeah, it's a truck and a Suburban, and then since they were getting dragged, and then the people in the front truck, right, pulled out a gun and started shooting.
What the heck?
And this is just right off of downtown Washington, Iowa, and they went they went, I don't know, 15 blocks, is that? 10 blocks?
Yeah, something like that.
Did
I mean, around some corners
did
because
the
they
truck
started.
that was getting the vehicle getting pulled? Did it have no power at all?
I don't know.
Bald tires
I don't
or
know
something?
details. And even at the bottom of the release, it says nobody's guilty yet. We don't know a thing yet.
figure
but
this one
they
out.
know that there was an accident and a truck getting dragged through Washington and somebody shooting at somebody. And
God dang! I'm sorry, I missed
Both
that.
in jail right now.
yeah. There's more to the story, no doubt. But
Well, I'm sure we'll hear.
I'm sure we'll hear.
I mean, this is the newspaper.
Yeah. Well, we'll track it
We're
down.
I'm sure
Kalen.
Kalen's on it.
Yeah.
Or somebody.
So
Somebody in this office.
Kaylin's aware of it.
You got new neighbors too.
We got new neighbors upstairs.
How about that?
People moved into the apartments upstairs.
Can't hear them back here.
No,
How
they
far
wouldn't
does it
be.
go?
Well, that one curves around, so you could probably hear it on that side.
Okay.
They're not here.
Oh, it's an L-shaped.
It is.
The front one.
The front one's L-shaped.
Front apartment is no longer available, folks. So just forget it. But there's a couple others. I don't know. How many's you got up there?
4.
There's 3 more to go.
3 more to go.
All done? They're all done, do you think?
I doubt it. I know they were working pretty hard to get that front one done because it was rented. They're close anyway.
Okay. 7:41. We better take one more break, eh, Nick?
Let's go for it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Family-friendly Halloween treat, visit the Midwest Haunted Rail. Unlimited rides on the Ghost Train, trolley, and carousel, blow-ups, and carnival rides, all for one low price. Kids 4 under free. Scare up some fun at Midwest Haunted Rails, McMillan Park, Mount Pleasant.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Any other comments we need to talk about? Nope, can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. That is true. I've seen a buffalo herd.
You don't want to roller skate there.
You do not want to be in the middle of that. That was one thing out in South Dakota.
A lot of buffalo?
There's a buffalo. There's a buffalo roundup. They do it twice a year. And it was during that time I was out there, and I didn't go see it, but it's a pretty big deal.
I bet it's impressive.
Pretty big deal. Okay. Pardon me. Let's get set for the day, because I think I'm done talking.
Set for the day. Time is 7:44 a.m. It is the 7th day of October. Temperature right now in Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, and Washington is 42 degrees. A chilly 42 degrees. Lots of sunshine today with a high of 70. And I think on Friday I saw that as of right now it's supposed to be a high of 86. So we're not quite done with summer yet. Things to do.
That's okay by me.
It's all right with you. Things to do in the Fairfield area. The Not So Scary Hayride presented by the Fairfield Parks and Rec will be held at 3 p.m. today at Chautauqua Park. This is an event for young kids who must be accompanied by an adult. Mount Pleasant, go into the unknown as you explore Oakland Mills Park trails in the dark. Then join a Frozen party and play fun games in the Nature Center Tuesday, so tomorrow starting at 6 p.m. And this weekend, the Washington Community Theater is presenting 12 Incompetent Jurors.
This show sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. It just sounds interesting.
Okay. Well, it begins Friday. And you need to go to WCtheater.com for tickets, times, and show dates, because it's multiple days. It's not just Friday. This day in history, on this day in 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected governor of California.
Who would have thought that?
Who would have thought that? And I was watching a WWF documentary about Vince McMahon. I was telling you about anyway.
Oh yeah.
But Jesse the Body Ventura showed up a couple times, and I thought, oh, that he was the governor of Minnesota,
and he was the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah.
He's still very active in Minnesota. He's not politically, but he's still, you can hear him talk.
No,
he has a very distinct voice.
He does have a very distinct voice. So, Tim, I learned this lesson over the weekend.
Okay.
Life is all about perspective, right? It's good advice.
Was this during the football game?
No.
Okay.
I have a friend. I talk to him occasionally. He's in great physical shape because he exercises 2 times a day. He has sex 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah. And he finds time to read a couple of books a week.
That's an overachiever.
I know.
Right there.
But still, every time I talk to him, he just complains about how much he hates prison. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. Yeah, boy, there's something to ponder. Thank you all for that one, man. You've been waiting all day. You didn't even warn me that was coming. Man.
I had that one.
You could have said, "Well, I got a doozy for you today." That's a wow. That's how you start Monday, folks, right there. So, we are out of time. We thank you for joining. We thank those who didn't get to comment. Thank you for listening. All the ways that we can be heard. Spotify, right?
Spotify, yep. Facebook, YouTube.
We can Facebook Live. Is it live on YouTube?
Yep, live on both.
And then Facebook. So thank you all for joining. We will be back tomorrow. And it'll be hard to
I don't know
top that.
I don't know if I have another one.
That might that was awesome. So we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you have a great Monday.